Hi Becky, George, it's Joe Friedman, and I'm going to do a video for you guys as well. Ann just rode away, and now it's my turn. But I always feel like it's helpful for you to come back and be able to watch the video at a later time. Hopefully the audio quality is good on this. So the very first thing I want to point out is, it's a really nice street, right? It is. You got nice neighbors who care about their property. Everyone's maintaining it really well. It's not like an HOA where everyone is like meticulous. Like no one's yelling at this guy for not taking good enough care of his lawn. But so it's the double-edged sword in that sense, right? But I myself, I like that level of freedom, as long as it's not offensive to me. I don't care if they don't maintain their lawn at the highest level, right? Anyway, so a couple other things I want to point out. The roof is a 30-year dimensional shingle roof. I do not know the age of it, and I will tell you that a 30-year dimensional shingle roof in Florida, you should expect 18 to 22 years out of it. So we call it 30-year. It is not. But hopefully the seller's disclosures will tell us the age of that roof. I'm betting it will. There's your AC unit, like Ann was saying. Like we saw over there. Notice where it slopes down at the very back corner of the house back there. Hopefully you can see it in the video. It's that little bit of slope, that's where the addition is. So it follows the back pitch of the roof. And here, one of the things that really is significant, it doesn't seem like much, but it is the fact that the roof slopes down on all of its sides. That is called a hip roof, as opposed to this one right here. See how it comes to a point up there? That's called a gable roof. So the big brains of the insurance companies tell us that this, where it slopes down on all the sides, is better resistant to a cyclonic wind event, aka a hurricane, as opposed to that where the wind just comes in there and goes boop and pops the roof off. That's what the insurance companies say. I don't know how much stock I put into it, but I do know you get an insurance discount for it. So the fact that this has the sloped roof is good for insurance. All right, let's walk inside. We already saw from the inside, the garage door is impact rated and it's got its hurricane braces, so that's good. You got a cute little front porch here that's undercover, so you could put a couple lawn chairs out here, chairs, little table here, sit here, drink your coffee, sip a glass of wine, spy on the neighbors, whatever. You walk into the main house itself. Lots of different flooring, right? So I'm standing here, I can see 3 different style floors from right here. Tile, linoleum, wood, different tile. Oh, actually make that 5 if you include that peak of the master bedroom there. So lots of flooring. You're going to want to redo the floors, I'm sure. This room, the wood floors look good in there. They redid the ceiling. I would bet you dollars to donuts that this used to be a popcorn ceiling, and now they've redone it to a nice double knockdown. There's the front door we just came in. They clearly used to have a TV mounted at an angle right there. This is like a dining area, is I think how most people would use it. It could be a pool table, it could be whatever you want. This is a double pocketing slider, so both of those sliders go completely out of the way, and that just becomes one big opening out to the pool, which is a really cool feature for entertaining. Come over here, we're entering the master bedroom. See how those lines, those grout lines they're not perfectly straight. That's what I was talking about, Becky, when I said that the tile in here is definitely a homeowner special, not a professional tile job. Again, not a deal breaker by any means. It's just not beautiful. Old ugly fan. You got your big master bedroom. It's a good size. You got the his and hers closets. That's one big one. This is an even bigger one. I don't know how well it's going to convey on this video, unfortunately, but that is a big, big closet. And it also goes this direction as well. Right? Coming here to the master bathroom. You got your separate toilet area, which I know Ann was talking about. It's really nice. Not terribly common for the era. Got some natural light here in the master bathroom while still giving you privacy because it's up high. So that's really nice. You got your shower enclosure. It does not have a tub in here, but you could obviously change that if you wanted, but I mean, if you use tubs for your bathing needs. Out here, the master bedroom has their own private access to the pool. I really don't know why they built that wood deck over the tile porch there. I don't know if they just wanted to have a nice smooth transition. I mean, I don't want to speculate, but it could be that maybe somebody had a disability, the previous owner, and they wanted to be able to access, their in and out with a nice smooth transition as opposed to having to take a step. But that's completely me speculating. I have no idea. That's offering you some privacy from your neighbors over here. We'll come back out to the pool. Again, so now we're back in the dining area where we have those nice double pocketing sliders. Right? You with me? We're coming here into the kitchen. And I'm gonna come through and I'm gonna turn them around so you can see what I'm doing. We just came from in there, of course. And over here is the front door where we walked in. So we walked in and turned left, but if we had walked in and come straight, we would have come through here. You've got your coat closet right here. You have a nice sized garage here. There's that impact rated garage door. There's your water heater from 2010. You've got your 2-year-old air conditioning unit that looks to be in great shape. Definitely working because it's dropped the house probably 5 degrees since I got here, which is really nice because it's hot and the new AC unit is more efficient. So here's your your kitchen, of course. Double ovens, you got your flat top stove, your countertops are a laminate. Their cabinets they're just a cheap press board. You could see some of them have delaminated a little bit. It's the kind of thing that you could paint, the corner just so it's not quite as obvious, and then plan to replace when you get around to it. None of this stuff has to be replaced immediately. It's the kind of thing that I know that I would want to do, as time and money allowed, right? Here's another pocketing slider. This one slides this way, completely out of the way. One thing that I do think is odd is that you have a big triangle, right? So it's called your triangle that goes from your fridge to your range to like your sink and dishwasher. So the only thing that's I don't love about this exact layout is that there's my sink, there's my fridge. So in order for me to go from my fridge to my sink, I just have to loop around. Not a big deal. I mean, hardly a deal breaker, but it's just the kind of thing that I want to point out to you guys. Here is one of the main living areas. Realistically, I think this is where a lot of people would congregate. This is probably where people are gonna have some fun. There's the skylight, natural light, love it. Again, linoleum, cheap linoleum bubbling up. This is, tear it out, get rid of it, be done with it. Huge laundry room. Like I said, probably used to be an actual bedroom. It's so big. And it's got a lot of storage. Right? Plenty of storage. Yeah, it even has a closet, which further supports my thought that it was a bedroom at one point, or it could be again. Come back through here. Back here is going to be our 3 guest rooms and the pool bath, aka guest bath. So here, I left that door open. Dual sinks, toilet, tub and shower combo. Lovely shades of green. Nothing fancy, but it's a bathroom. Here is the guest rooms. I'm not going to spend too much time in here because frankly, guest rooms are 4 walls, a window, and a closet. There's not a whole lot to say about guest rooms, other than to say they all have decent bifold closets. Here is your bifold linen closet. Here are the 2 back rooms, and as we talked about Becky, I know you already saw this, but behind that is going to be like the secret hiding room where when we were out front, I pointed to the sloping roof at the very back. That wall right here that we're looking at is the former exterior wall of the house. That is a brick wall. That is a block wall, excuse me. That was a window that used to be an exterior window. There is now an addition on the far side of that wall that I'm going to show you guys. And then you go back out here and you have the same thing going on in this room, right? They just put a mirror up instead of the straw grass stuff. You know, pool view, closets. There is actually, as Ann said a couple times, there's a shocking amount of storage in this house, which is surprising for the era. Oh, a couple things. Those these windows are called jealousy windows. They are horribly inefficient. They leak air like a sieve, so you'd probably want to replace that. And I'm actually going to show you a good option for that in just a second. But then you come out to the pool. Let me go show you guys the specialty room. I think if this were me, if this were my house, I would turn this, instead of just using it. Actually, let me back up so you guys can see the perspective a little bit better again. So that's the pool bathroom I just came out of. That's that, I told you that's that single pocketing slider. That's the double pocketing slider. That's the master bedroom. And here's the platform I told you they built. Really nice way to, I love that. So as Ann pointed out, you could see your kids from the kitchen. Love that. Plus, when the weather's nice, when you're having a party, whatever, you open the slider, those little sliding windows up. You could pass margaritas back and forth. Just make sure you call me first. Listen, I'm never gonna turn down a margarita. But let me show you guys this storage room here, like I was talking about. I would invest in a mini split air conditioner. It's basically a little air conditioning package. It's like the modern version of the old Windows style AC units, but it's much better, more efficient. And then this could be a detached office. This could be any number of things, but right now it's basically just like a glorified shed. You know, it's got these windows. It's got no AC, so it's got no ventilation. It's a little dank in here. But it's got decent windows. Yeah, I would put a mini split AC. There's electrical right up in the middle, so I don't know if that was for like a crafting table. Maybe they were doing crafting. Like you could see, like there's like a perimeter where the foot traffic went. So I'm betting they had a table there, and maybe they were crafting, and there was a table that straddled that. Maybe, I don't know. The pool is huge. It's very deep. 8 feet is a deep pool in Florida. It speaks to the age of the property. As I mentioned, like you can see the water level is lower than it should be. That tells me there's probably almost certainly a leak somewhere that corresponds with that. And I think we identified it earlier. Right over, you can see it a little bit. I'll walk you guys over there. The pool finish is not bad. The pool finish itself is actually pretty good. But it's the kind of thing that if once the leak was addressed, you could probably get this pool finish along for another 5-10 years of just doing good maintenance on it. But if you don't maintain it, you'll definitely get at the most 5 more years out of it. And then you'll have to refinish the whole pool, which I was saying on a pool this size, just refinishing like the actual pool itself, the Marsite finish or gunite or whatever the cementatious finish is on this one, is probably be about $9 grand, I'm going to estimate. But you can see that they have, they've got some, that's a 2-part epoxy, a waterproof epoxy that you could do when you do start having those settling issues. I mean, there's some sizable cracks in this area, which is why I'm definitely saying that we would want a pool specialist out here to give us their opinion on things, the stability of it. As we also said in the video, like with Ann, this is Florida. You are building on sand. Everything settles in Florida. Everything settles. It's not a question of if, it's when. And this one's obviously done some pretty heavy settling. And that's okay as long as it's done settling, right? I'm gonna walk back in here. I'm walking into the bathroom again. And then I told you that I would recommend replacing that door because it leaks like a sieve, that style window. If it fits, I would recommend replacing it with this door because this door is not allowed to be here. That door has to be solid. You're allowed to have a window in it, but you're not allowed to have a window that moves. The theory being, if you accidentally, let's say you leave this window open and then somebody pulls into the garage and then they leave their car running, they don't want the car to, carbon monoxide to asphyxiate everybody in the house. So that door is not, that's the kind of thing that an inspector is going to mention. It's not going to prevent you from getting a loan. The seller doesn't have to fix it in order for you to buy the house, but it's something to be aware of. So I would say move that door over into the bathroom and then replace that door with the kind of door that should be there from the start. And that's pretty much my analysis of the house. Like I said, very quirky finishes like those tile. That tile is nobody's first choice. I mean, it's just weird, right? At this point, maybe it was the cat's meow back in the day, but it ain't now. So, but if you're okay with stuff like that, if you want to come in here and make the cosmetic changes, this is an amazing location. I cannot overstate how good of a location this is. Back here on this quiet street in an A-rated school zone, walking distance to so many great things for families. And it's 2,100 square foot, 4-bedroom, 2-bath pool house in this area is a slam dunk. When this house is done, it could easily be pushing 500,000. It's just so not done. Like, this is not a house that people are gonna be like, oh my gosh, take my money, right? It is not yet that house. But if you guys make it that house, this would be an incredible investment. So it's just a matter of, are you interested in doing that? Is that what you're looking for? Okay, I'm gonna send you guys this video on YouTube. I'm gonna send you the link. And after you've reviewed it, give me a call. Let me know if you have any questions. And I think that's about it. All right, I'll talk to y'all soon.